Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing. Today we're going to make a couple of vellum pocket cards with tags. So I'll be using some incredibly beautiful ephemera or digital bits for my ephemera. So these are all the extra bits that I picked, some sentiments, some scraps to do some embellishing and create some kind of layered clustery parts of the design, old book pages and things like that. So I'm just going to set these pieces aside because we won't be using them quite yet. And I've got a bunch of lace bits. As you know, I just love the texture of all of this beautiful stuff. So I've got some light pink and some sheer lace and a little bit of blue. I thought maybe I would try to use that for some contrast. We'll see. And then the main focal point of both the pockets and the the things that go in the pocket are these beautiful digitals. I believe these are from Artie Mays. I just got them, so I'll confirm that and make sure that I put it in the supply list, but I'm pretty sure these are from Artie Mays. So they come in two sizes. So I'm going to do two of the bigger ones that are going to be a journal card in the pocket. And I'm going to be putting some lace and some interest underneath this. That's why I didn't already glue it down. So, or we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And then I did two of the smaller ones that are going to go on the tags. So I've already cut everything down to size. And we're going to start with the pockets themselves. So let me just set these bits aside for now. I will be doing some sewing as well. This beautiful paper is from Allure Books Craft on Etsy, and I'll be sure to link them in the supply list over on my blog as well. So I'm using this beautiful French paper. It is 1600s vintage French ledgers. I did print on the back, but as you can see, it's upside down. So when I double printed, I didn't turn the paper the right way. So I'm going to be gluing these to the page anyway. So the backs of the actual vellum pocket card is just going to be glued down. I won't need to worry about the back. So I've got that one and a piece of vellum for the pocket. I already cut everything down to size again just to save time. And then this is the second one. I thought about doing kind of a fold up pocket, but I decided I wanted these to be more full size, full page size. So let me get the measurements for you really quick. Of course, you can make them any size that you choose. This one is, oh, this one's a little bit long. It should be okay. It's just under 8 inches. And then it's 5 inches wide. And I believe this one should be the same size. So 5 inches wide. And again, a little under 8 inches. So there we go. So we're going to start with that. So I think what I'm going to do first is go ahead and do some inking just to get everything ready. I did already ink around my little girls here when I cut them out, and I used my tear ruler so I would get that really pretty kind of torn edge, which I really enjoy. So I've got my tags that'll need to be inked, as well as I will be sewing. I will be doing sewing on both of these pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and speed through the actual inking for you, as that's kind of boring to watch. Okay, so let me go ahead and ink the edges of the vellum too. I'm going to also put a thumb notch. Grab my big punch here. I do want a thumb notch here. So I'm going to go, I don't know actually how this cuts. I don't know that I've done a thumb notch on vellum, so I want to just see if it's going to work okay. Or, yeah, it doesn't play nice. I think the trick is to put a piece of paper underneath, if I remembered right. So I'm going to try to put this coffee, let me use my, my other piece here. I think I'm going to try this and see if this works. I heard that if you put paper, it can help. So let's see if that works better. Yep. Wow. Okay. There we go. So we will put some paper behind this before we punch it. Neat trick. I'm going to line that up just so I make sure that I'm looking at the true edge here rather than the, because the vellum is bigger here. Actually, that's not going to work. Let me try something else. I want to get a piece that's the same, closer to the same width, not shorter. So I'm going to just go ahead and punch that really quick. My hands will work. It's early on a Sunday morning, and I'm a little tired from, I had a big day yesterday getting our daughter moved out of her house. So I didn't sleep great, which is not abnormal for me for this time of the year. So I'm a little bit tired. Let's go ahead and do this one as well. And again, I'm just going to line it up to a edge so that I can get in the middle of this pocket, or this piece of vellum that will be a pocket. And there we go. So show you that that works. I knew I saw it somewhere where if you put paper under the vellum, it is easier to punch. So there we go. So let me go ahead and ink these as well. And as I mentioned, I will be doing some sewing, but I can't put my sewing machine on on camera, so I will be doing that off camera, and I'll just cut that part out. I don't work a lot with vellum, but there's been some challenges over on Roxy's Creations and other videos that I watch. I haven't really participated in any of the challenges, but I love their ideas. I just have too many of my own ideas to actually do all the challenges, you know, kind of on YouTube, online. So there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and take these over to my sewing machine, and I will be right back. Okay, these are done. So I went ahead and sewed around both of the tags. They're a larger tag, which I thought would be really fun for journaling, and I believe I'm going to use these. I'm hoping to do a French journal sometime in the future, but I just felt like doing something different than the journal that I'm currently working on, which is my Summer Memories journal. So I just wanted to create something that was completely unrelated to that. So so we've got a couple of tags, and I went ahead and sewed around my pockets, or my I'm calling these a Vellum Pocket card. And so I started my stitching here, and it got all like whacked out because the vellum moved, and but it's okay. So again, these are going to be glued down to the journal, so I'm not concerned about the back. And so let's go ahead and start some embellishing. I think I'm going to start with the tags just because I feel excited about that. So I'm just going to bring some of this stuff into view and do a little bit of collaging here. So I've got my images, and these smaller images are what's going to go on the tag. So I think I like that. I guess it doesn't really matter. They're very similar in terms of color. So I'm going to put one on here and one on here. And then I want to really create some interest in the cluster here. So this is actually a piece of a vintage music page that was in a little thing I ordered from Etsy. I can't remember where I got it, but they were these not vellum, oh my goodness, chipboard pieces. They're super thick. I think I'm going to use them on a mixed media project, but this was the paper that was kind of the backing inside of this little package. So I thought I would go ahead and use it since I got that out. So I'm just going to tear this up a little bit and use some of it on here just to create, again, you know how I love my clusters. So I'm going to do that, and just kind of ink as I go here, as I decide on the pieces. That should be good, except I want this one on this side, except now it's upside down. That's okay. The straight edge can go on the outside. It's not a problem. So I'm just going to create a little bit of interest here in the background of this focal image. There we go. We need something else in the middle here. This would be pretty. I pulled this as a scrap from, I believe this is from my Porch Prints. but I liked the colors for this, so I'm going to go ahead and use a bit of this as well. Whoops, got to actually stamp on your ink here. I hope you all are doing well. It's so kind of a mixed thing when the seasons are changing and summer's leaving us and the fall is here. I really enjoyed the summer, so I don't know. I don't like the dark days. I don't like so much darkness, I guess, overall in life in general. So I'm going to go ahead and put that little, where did that little piece there? There it is. Let me ink this up too. Tear that top piece. Looks like I just need to shift that all over a little bit. That's okay. And I do want a little bit of lace and stuff in here. So I cut this from my stash. I thought I would use it from my scraps. I'm just going to cut a piece of that off. And let's start gluing. Just going to set that aside there. Oh, I'm off camera, guys. I'm sorry. Goodness. Come on. Oh, my paper's all sticking to my silicone mat here. There we go. So let's go ahead and get gluing. So I switched my bottle. I bought some more Sugar Bell bottles because they are much easier to squeeze. So I'm hoping that's going to make my art glitter glue a little bit more user-friendly. It doesn't have the small tip on it, so I'm going to have to be more careful, but I would rather have it flow more easily than to have it be a smaller bead. I'm going to find a smaller bottle. I think I can get it at Hobby Lobby, but I just haven't looked. I think G. Kerr uses them on her videos, and that's good because the bottle can be really hard for me to squeeze in the regular bottle of art glitter glue. So I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac and glue this on, and I'm just going to put it here as kind of a layer in between those paper pieces that I was showing you. Kind of like so. Just a little bit of embellishment there. And then we're going to go ahead and put this piece on as well. I love that. But are we going to lose? We may not need all of this that I pulled out. So let's see. I think I do want this piece though. So again, I'm going to use our glitter glue because I'm gluing to this fabric or material. Like so. And then I really love this piece though, so I am going to use it. I just love the layers. I know I talk about that all the time, but they are just my heart. I just love the layers. They always speak to me. No matter what I'm creating, I'm always thinking about layers and what layers mean. So I'm just going to kind of go down low on this one just to have that peek through. It is going over the stitching a little bit, but that's okay. And then we're going to put her, some of that's going to be covered up, but you know, it's okay. I'm going to put it right there. You guys can see that. I think I want another piece of material over on this side before I glue that on. So let me get a piece of this gorgeous lace just to have her have something pretty behind her. So I'm going to use a little bit of art glitter glue here just to hold that down. And just put her right there. It's gonna go over that stitching a little bit, but I don't mind. I'm going to use the art glitter glue to glue my girl on because I'm gluing on lace. And I want that over more. See if I can still move it. Yep. Okay. I want her peeking through. There we go. Okay, so that is tag number 1. I forgot that we need something for the top here. So let me grab a couple more things here, guys, I forgot. I really love these tabs. They're the Paris Rose collection. I can't think off the top of my head the maker, but I can certainly link it if, well, I will link it, not if. So I need to cut this down though, because I got tired of fussy cutting theirs. They're kind of a pain in the neck. So I just kind of cut them into smaller bits to put in my container, and then I just cut them as I go. So it's easier to fold this, to cut these edges straight, and then to fold this over and then cut the curvy parts together. So that's what I'm going to do. My little fussy cut scissors are in the living room, so I'm going to use these big scissors. And this side. And one more. I think is this one smaller? It is smaller, but that's okay. I printed them in a couple of different sizes because I like that variety. I've been actually cutting a lot of my kits into miniature size too, at the same time that I print the original kit. They just make a nice little topper for a tag, and then I'll find a button or something, we'll see, or a gem, a little bling. In fact, I think I'm going to go for the bling, so I'm going to reach behind me one more time. Let's see if I can find my bling, my little blingy bin. I try to pick the flatter pieces for a junk journal, but sometimes it's not easy to do. So let's see what we've got in here. That's more flat. Oh, this is gorgeous. I really, really love these. I think I'll actually use that on both of them. These beautiful, because they've already got that sparkly gem in there. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one on top of this. So it's kind of in the middle of that bit. Love it. Simple. So let's find a sentiment to put on here. And I love this one, Love Never Fails. These are from my porch prints. I honestly, at this point, cannot tell you what kit, but they have an incredible selection of digitals that you'll fall in love with. You will never want to look anywhere else. Not that they're the only ones I use, but they are definitely one of my favorite shops. So for digitals, feeling a little clumsy today. So shall we go kind of like, that's not even on camera. Goodness gracious. I'm going to kind of go over here. I'm going to cover up that flower a little bit, but that's okay. So there we have tag number 1. Isn't she so sweet? Love never fails. Okay, let's go ahead and do this one, hopefully a little bit faster. think I like that just the way it is. So I'm going to use some art glitter glue and attach this. I feel like I need something else. Gotta go with it. Just feel like I need something more down here underneath her. It's a little bit too big of a piece though. There we go. Yeah. Hopefully that's glue is still wet enough. Yeah, I like that. She is all clustered up. There we go. And then we need a sentiment on this one. I also pulled these little bits of flowers and things but I think I'll save those for I actually like this one right here, but I want to save some for the vellum pocket. So I'm just going to ink that really quick and get her on here. Just kind of up in this corner. And then we need a sentiment for this one. Oh, I like this. Quiet my soul. She seems kind of peaceful, doesn't she? Sleeping. I like that. Shall we put something under it though? I think so. Yep. A little bit of art glitter glue. Quiet my soul. Don't we all need that? So there is tag number 2. And I'm going to show you here, even though I put all those layers, it's not bulking it up. Can you see that? It's pretty thin still, so you can afford to do a little bit of embellishing like that and still not overwhelm your project, so, or the bulk of your journal. This one's a little bit small, but it's okay. Kind of matchy-matchy with the other one, which is kind of nice sometimes. So there is tag number 2, Quiet My Soul. And then let's work on the vellum pockets. So these are the cards, and these will tuck into each of the cards. See if I can slide that in so you can see. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. And then this girl is going to be a journal card. I think I was going to try to make some embellishment, but I think I've got a little bit too much bulk going on here, so I need to just glue the coffee dyed paper on the back. But where are those pieces? So here we go, just inking the back really quick. Awesome. So those will make great journal cards inside. So kind of a really loaded pocket here. I'm going to take the card out of that one because I don't want a bunch of bulk as I'm playing around with this, the next piece here, which is to put a little bit of embellishment, not a lot, on the front of these. So putting that in just so that I don't get any glue seepage through that vellum. I'm not sure if it would seep through, but I don't want to take the chance. So that's what I'm doing there. Kind of shifted gears here. I found this fabric that I had stamped on. It's, what's it called? Muslin. I don't always like all of my clusters, but it's still fun to make them, and it's a way to use scraps, so I just go with it. I like that flower though, so I'm going to use that. And then we'll find another sentiment to put on these. This one actually would probably work. No. What do you think? I don't think so. Not feeling it. Let's see what else we've got in here. Sincerity. What's our girl look like? So our girl on this one is right here. Let's find something that just speaks of her. So, admire. Live your dreams. Perfect. Let's go ahead and go with live your dreams. I need a little piece of something underneath that. I've got this piece of lace that I think would be pretty. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to go all across the bottom of this with some Fabri-Tac. Get this really secure. I think I actually want it this way. I love how it's falling apart. It's part of what appeals to me of creating this way, so I'm just going to press that down. I'll get my fingers all sticky. I'll probably have to trim that little bit off, a little scraggly. Then we're going to go ahead and put Live Your Dreams right here with some Fabri-Tac. There we go. Live your dreams. There we go. Whoops, take that out. Okay, so let's put our other tag in. Get a look at this. My fingers are just not working today at all. So there we've got that, and then we're going to put in our other girl over here, sticking out there a little bit. And I might put a topper on these off camera. I'm going to have to think about that. I need a little bit more glue here. I've got this little bit that doesn't want to stick right there. See if I can hold that a minute. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that it inspires you to just kind of create from your heart. Create what speaks to you. Create what makes you happy. This makes me very happy. All of the technique, all of the layers are they're just my heart. And it's still not terribly thick. So if you can see that, the layers, I mean, this is not thick. Our cluster here is not thick. So go ahead and explore, have a blast, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.